Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm working on this Mercedes E Class. It's a W212 if I remember correctly. This is one of those cars that I actually was really considering getting as my own little project car slash daily driver until I bought the M5 basically. It's an amazing car. I think these cars are super good value for money. They're reliable, good on fuel. They're pretty well built. Kind of feel like this is the last generation E Class that is somewhat solidly built. All the trim, everything feels really good and strong. To me, after this car, Mercedes went into more the design side of things and kind of went a little bit away from their usual quality that they're so well known for. I know that this car is going to look absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you guys basically the interior as it is at the moment, and then look into taking things apart. I'm going to show you all how to remove the door cards, how we're going to tackle dealing with all the ambient lighting on the center console and the dashboard, and sorting out all the wiring and stuff. So if we have a look around the interior, it is the straight black interior. The owner has come all the way from Bristol to me, and yeah, it's a really good looking car. I think the interior hasn't really aged badly, but straight off the bat, we do have some of the factory ambient lighting, which you can just about see there. But you know, if we're looking around the car, you can't see it at all. Now this is with all the lighting on and stuff, and hopefully it'll still be on by the time I finish the car. And you can see that it doesn't really provide much of a glow. So we're going to be replacing that. We're going to hopefully be adding a strip up on the doors, the door handle, and door storage lights. So we're going for a complete transformation on this car. Some parts of it quite easy, some parts aren't. I'm in a vest right now because it's actually really warm today, and I don't want to get too sweaty. So I just thought I'd cool myself down and be in a vest. But right, so we're just going to first off look at removing the tweeter cover. This does actually need to be removed on this car. It's a little bit awkward. I like to just come through on this end and just pop it off.
A few moments later.
Pop it out, take out the speaker wire. That's the first part done. Now I'm doing kind of the awkward parts first, but we need to then take this trim piece off. Start from that corner, and then you will be able to slide it off and around all the way. It's not a very fun one to remove, but we need to take it off next. The whole reason behind this is for what I don't know why Mercedes like to have this piece in here. This is literally the one part of the Mercedes design that I just hate. I just don't get why they did it, but they did, so you have to live with it. So then from here, got to pull this other part out. So might need to use a few different tools. See, the tweeter and that trim had to be taken off literally just to remove this piece. So it's a bit of a faff, but we got to live with it because this is how every 212 has been made. So to get them off, there we go. Take that off. Well, that's kind of the hard part. Underneath here, we've got this one somewhat plastic-ish trim. Just pop it out. There we go. And behind here, we've got two T30s. Just one on each end. That's all of that removed. From here, just bring a trim removal tool round. Pull that in. There we go. And that is the door panel, in essence, removed. Just take the last few bits off. Unclip the door handle and then just unclip these two connectors. So one of the things you need to do is remove the door handle light up here and the old light just down here, because we're not using those. So here's what I've had to do. I've used some hot glue all along to basically get this strip to stick underneath, because otherwise it won't stay on when you connect it up. To remove this, there's just loads of T25 screws, so you just undo them and it will come off. And yeah, then we can get this. I did remove that trim piece there so we can just feed the wire through as well. Now with the secondary strip, I've just basically, after disconnecting that one, should be able to slide this through from underneath. You can see it just coming out from here. Now I'll be able to feed that across and put it next to here and just basically get it to sit in perfectly between the plastic of the original lighting and the actual leather of the door. You will need to drill a small hole just over here on the driver's door. Well, the front doors is just over here. The rear door is a little bit easier. There's a little bit of a pocket that you can do it, and I'll show you that later. But here is for the door storage light, and then we're going to glue the LED for the door handle light just onto there, so it's all stuck in perfectly. And just like that, basically got the door storage, door handle, and the single strip light and the top strip light all connected up. That's where I've stuck that module, and now with the Live Enough connected with these T connectors, I'm going to now use T connector splices. The brown is the earth and the red and black is the live. The same on all doors, and that'll be the Live Enough set. And once you've got that connected up, just put everything back on in reverse and then enjoy some of your hard work. And this is with all the lighting on, ambient lighting, which you can just about see there. So yeah, time to do the rear door now, which is very much the same thing, and only bit different is this is slightly different. So when we draw the hole, it'll be up top here. I'll show you all of that, and we also don't have that annoying thing in the corner. And just like that, just right here is where I've drawn a hole. That's going to be where the wire goes through for the top strip. Now you do have to remove this a little, it's glued in, but just in here we can just put the drill hole in, and we'll be able to put in the door storage light. So you can see the hole just there in that corner. That's where I'm going to put the door storage light through now. So this is where I'm taking the power from the Live Enough, from the cigarette lighter here. That's going to pretty much power everything for the center console and stuff. Now, how did I get to this point? Wow. First off, let's talk about this one at the top. Because basically, if I just put this here, you got these two tabs here and here. They can be reached through these two grooves. So what you got to basically do is use a picking tool and just push it in, and you'll basically be able to push this back, and that will allow this to slide up and basically come this way towards you. Disconnect the wire from that, and then this one is kind of clipped in behind these points. So what I did was I just used the trim, well, I just used the picking tool and just picked it up like that. And if I put this back in, see if I can do it all whilst on camera. So literally from here, just pick at it, there we go, and it basically will just come out like that. It's not as easy the first time round, but then you'll get to it on the second time round, especially if you have two hands to do it. And yeah, that's access to that. So to remove this trim from the dashboard, we've got to get access to these little clips. So you got to pull them down, one here, one there. That will allow this to come forward. And also inside of here, there's a couple of clips, just like the W212. You got to basically squeeze them in. It's right next to the vents, and you'll be able to slide the whole thing out. I am going to need two hands for this, so bear with me a moment. It actually, once you squeeze these tabs in, they literally just sit in through here. You just squeeze them in and it just slides out super easily. Then you just got to disconnect the lights on both sides of the acrylic, one here and one on that side. And that now means the lighting for the original ambient lighting is disconnected. We just need to tape these up somewhere where it doesn't move around and stuff. And then we can put a strip all the way across. And I did not expect to be in this position, but basically this is the center console up. I'm going to show you all how I got here right now. At the back, you've got those two 10mm bolts that just need to be removed. You do just need to quickly disconnect the wiring here, but that's not a problem. In through here, there is a 10mm bolt that is in there. It's quite a long one. It's this one just here. So you need to remove that to be able to get access to the center console. And then we've got this fascia, which has the 3 connectors going to it, and then the 2 T20s. But before them, we've got two. So we've got 2 T30s, one on each corner just over here. And here we need to put those in first. And then we can put this guy back on, which has 2 T20s up on the corners as well. And then we've got another small little trim piece that gets slid on right at the end. So that's where I'm just going to be tapping into the live and earth, and I've pretty much got everything lined up now. So as I lower this down, I'll connect up the wiring for it, so it should be all good. And yeah, excited to get this car back together, get the 2 modules put in here and the other 2 strips for the sides and stuff, and it should look really nice. So this piece, you're able to literally just pull it out once you've taken off the side piece, and just on the back here I've just used some hot glue to stick on the LED bead strip. So that's how that's going to be going on, and the other one I should be able to just wedge in to have it in place. This one's a little bit more awkward, so I thought this would be the better approach. So everyone, just like the other side, I've glued the strip all the way across, so that should look nice and flush once it's back in the car. And yeah, we can just connect this all back up and get this strip powered up. I've got these extra long cables, which are kind of like this, but for them they're really long, so it's about 1 meter length, so it will allow me to run it from here right through to the center console, where I'm going to have these 2 connected up, and then another 2 that are going to go along with the center console. And here are the finished results, everyone. And again, you're seeing this all with the lighting on. I'm super happy with this. Right, let's turn all these lights off and get some nice cinematics. Just look at that. How insane does this look? One of the great things is you can have the storage and the door handle lights completely separate from each other, and just look at how that just glows in your arm because of this lighting down here. It's just an unreal beautiful setup right now. When you look at it like that, it just shows off how good this car can actually look. Wow. I'll be honest, even I'm impressed with how good and fresh this looks. It just looks so unbelievably cool. I can't get enough of this car. I just can't. It just, wow. This is just what I love about this interior and this setup is, you know, once it's done, you can have it literally looking like a modern Mercedes. I could see myself driving around in this all over the place. This is so cool looking. And literally everything works on ignition. So when you turn it on, you'll just see So when it's at this time, if you want to shut it off, everything just shuts down. Right everyone, that is this car all finished. I will leave links for everything in the description down below if you want to tackle this yourself. I will say that this car is kind of a difficult one to deal with. It takes a lot of time, a lot of glue and finesse and those kind of things. So it's not the easiest of ones to do, but it is one that you can easily attempt to do yourself as long as you feel confident and comfortable with working on your own car. But if you want to look at getting me to do it, then feel free to, most likely, hopefully by the time this video is out, the website will be up. But if not, you can check me out on Instagram to send me a message. I do have a lot of messages coming through on a regular. People trying to get advice from me or booking in for install and stuff. So I will say I'm sorry in advance for any delayed in responses. But yeah, this is actually a really nice install. I'm really impressed with how modern it makes the interior look now. Right, if you found this video entertaining or helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave anything in the comments down below, and please consider subscribing to see not just these kind of builds, but all the other car projects that I got going on. So hopefully I'll see you all in a future video for that. For now everyone, peace out, bye.